What's up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the initial response. How do you show up on site to do your first proper moisture inspection? So pretend that you've just got your first call, you got your first lead. What do you do now? Customer intake, dispatch, arrival on site, parking. How do you go about evaluating the site with all the documentation? We're going to break it all down today. Basically, if you own a restoration company, you don't want to miss this video. Let's go. Okay, guys, so I've been asked to make this video and I was like, hey, I haven't seen anything out there like that, so this is what we did. So this is going to be the steps and the procedures that we did. I called this our initial response. We'll just go through and I'll show you the various pieces here. Number one, you just got the call. Maybe they called your office, maybe they called you directly, but the first thing you're gonna have is dispatch, okay? So the first thing I want you to know is this. If you get the calls, guys, you need to book the appointment immediately. Book the appointment immediately. Do not wait and check your schedule. You either go the same day or go the next day. Here's the biggest problems that I've seen here. A lot of times you don't know what your calendar is. You're already busy, you're doing something, somebody calls you, and then here's what's gonna happen. You wanna set a time, but you don't know what your calendar is gonna be. I don't care. Tell them you're gonna be there in an hour or in 20 minutes or you're on your way, but pick a time. You're going to have to cancel somebody else most likely. You can't cancel this one. Guys, I'm telling you, if you don't book this appointment right here, you're gonna fail to get this person on the phone and you will lose that job. Book the appointment right then. Ask them when you can come out and book it.
Well, Shane, I'm already busy.
Cool. Figure that out later. You've got Miss Jones on the line. She's got water damage. She wants you there at 2:30. Guess where you gonna be at 2:30, Bubby? Right there.
I can't get there, Shane.
Figure it out. Now, that's the first thing I'll say. If you try to wait and you try and call them back, you won't get them on the call, you won't get them on the line, and then you're not already out there and it's taking 3 hours now, and now the husband or the wife has also been working the job, and you get out there and there's a freaking green truck out in the driveway. That is your fault for not booking it immediately, okay? Now, what do you do when they say, can you come out Thursday? Like, so let's say today's Monday. Can you come out Wednesday? Nope. You need to go that day, homie. You need to go that day. Well, I'm at work. I won't be home till 8 o'clock. Cool. I'll meet you there at 8. Go that night, guys. Go that night. Or go before business the next morning. If they work till midnight, if it's 5 p.m. and they're working till 5 a.m. and they're going to be in bed, like, go immediately, as soon as possible. If you don't, here's what's going to happen. You won't book the time, or it's going to be drying up on its own, or mold's going to start growing. Any number of things are going to happen. If you're going to listen to me, you need to book the appointment right now. You need to go. You need to go as soon as possible. And it does not need to be any later than 48 hours. Offer to go tonight, offer to go before they go to work tomorrow, offer to meet them at lunch. Any one of those things. Shane, I'm out at, the homeowner's out of town, they're in Colorado. No problem, ma'am. Do you have a neighbor that's got a key? I'll be glad. Like, that's what we did. We just met the neighbor over there with the dang key. They signed the work authorization over email, landed a $20,000 job, dude. No excuses. This is how you handle it. This is how you handle a dispatch. Is this helpful? Drop a comment, let me know if it's helpful or not. Woo, y'all get me fired up. So that's about dispatch when you go out there. Now let's talk about parking and introduction. I hate to make it this simplistic, but we need to go over it. Number one, you need to back into the driveway, homie. Do not pull into the driveway forward. Okay, these big vans, these transits that we drive, like, just back into the driveway. Once you back in the driveway, it's gonna be easier to get out on the main road. You need to leave room so when you step out of the vehicle, you're still stepping on concrete. Don't step on the grass. Many reasons why. Grass is oftentimes also wet. You guys can slip, they can fall. Just park where the dude's landing on the concrete. Park over far enough where you get 2 feet, give me 3 feet, because you want to park, shut the door, and be able to turn a 360, okay? The ground may be uneven. It's really simple. Back that butt up in the driveway and leave me 3 feet off the edge so you can open the daggum door and get off on a solid surface. We also had mats that we would put down by the door. You can get big mats, put something down by the door, you can get it made. I didn't even know this was on there. I would have had a picture ready for you otherwise, but I don't have it. But they were like 3x5 mats, and we just put our company logo. They were expensive as hell, though, I'll be honest with you. I told my team to get them. I think we spent like $1,500 on those things. It was way too much money. I wanted to look professional, so we got big, heavy grade carpet mats, and we put them down. We put on footies right there too. You throw down the mat at the door, because when they open up, dude, bam, a big logo mat with your name on it. That looks rich, baby. It looks rich. So that's what we do. Ring the doorbell, step back off the daggum door. Don't be right up on their grill, dude. Back up off. Don't be right up on the door. If that door's gonna hit you, you're too close. Be 4 or 5 feet away, 3 steps away. Introduce yourself. Hey, my name is Shane. What's your name? How you doing? That's real simple. And I hate to say this, but like, you gotta go ring the doorbell and knock on the door. Don't just ring the doorbell. You just ring the doorbell and knock on the door. Pretty easy. I mean, ask me how many times my team screwed this up. I'm just saying. Okay, back up, introduce yourself, ask for permission to enter the home. I put on the shoe covers on the mat. So I introduce myself and I say, ma'am, can I put these shoe covers on and wear my shoes in the house with the shoe covers? Only apply the shoe covers while you're standing on the mat, not the concrete. That's how you back in. Evaluation. So as soon as you get in, Miss Jones, show me what's going on. And they're gonna walk you in there. And then once you look at it, then you're gonna say, okay, ma'am, are there any other known affected areas? I see this here. Great. What happened? Cool. And can you show me any other areas? What else is wet that you know of or you think may be wet? I don't get into the dates of loss and how long this has been going on for various reasons. It just doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Is it wet or not? When it started doesn't matter. We'll get into that a little bit later. If they're going to file a claim and this is one of your first jobs, do not let them tell them it's been going on for a long time because you don't know when it started. If you don't know when that leak started, today is the date of loss. If you don't know definitively when it started, today is the date of loss. Virtually every policy has a clause in there say it's a leak over time. If it's over so many days, we're not going to cover it. So, and you don't know when it started. Date of loss is today. If you don't listen to me, you're going to get their claim denied and you're a jerk because I just told you otherwise. Think about it this way. So let's say that you somehow come down with cancer, unfortunately. You're sick with some illness, okay? So you're calling the insurance company to see you can schedule your treatment. This is kind of like them stating, okay, and how long have you had this cancer? Like, it doesn't even really matter. You don't really know when it occurred. But the doctor just told you right now you're looking at the x-rays. If that's how they tell you. I don't know how they tell you. But you just got the test results back. Today is the day that you know you got it. Today is the day that you, the professional, put the moisture meter on that thing and it went beep. That is the date of loss. Today is the day. Are you clear? That is how this works. Well, it's definitely been going on longer than a day. Do not say that. And if they say that, they're going to get it denied. You tell them do not say that. So ask to be known of any other affected areas. And then confirm, okay, ma'am, it's this area and this area and this area. Thank you very much. Now you need to ask for permission to move around the house so you can inspect other areas. So pretend that you've got a water loss, you got a water job in a bedroom, okay? And it's up against the wall in a corner. You might have an exterior wall or it might be a garage on the other side. So if it's in a corner, okay, and you got an L shape, what's on the other side of this wall here? What's on the other side of this wall here? What's below you? What's the crawl space like? What's above you? Where did it come from? You need to look on every wall, above, below, both sides of the wall and above before you can do your thorough inspection. A moisture meter, we use the X-Tech 290 pinless moisture meter, and then having a little small thermal camera might help too. You can get those for like $400 or $500, okay? FLIR thermal cameras. If y'all want to know more about that, drop a comment down below or just book a call. It's free, workwithshane.com, and I can line you out with what we use, okay? But just ask for permission to move around the home so you can put together a complete and thorough evaluation. So recap, you come in, you park, you meet and greet, you ask to be shown what's going on, confirm any other known areas that are affected, ask for permission to move about the house. And that's where you're gonna do your thorough evaluation, okay? So now we're into the documentation phase. Photos. Can we talk about photos? This is what you need to take and this is what you need to teach your team to take. I want origin photos. I want 2 of them, all right? I want close within 3 feet. I want at least 2. Give me 3. 3 photos within 3 feet from different angles, okay? And then I want pictures from across the room. So if you got a 4-corner room, I want corner 1 going over to corner 3. I want corner 2 going over to corner 4, if that's how that works, I don't know. But I want to go across the room, full scope. So I want to be able to see right up against it, and then I want to see far away, pan out, okay? So origin of loss photos, and then give me across the room. And then I want the entry of the room, opposite corners, any contents, anything that was affected. I want pictures of that, notated what it is. So I want up close to see the damage and then across the room, okay? And then I also, this is really key, I want travel paths from the front door to all known areas. Travel paths. Take more pictures of the entire home, okay? Just take a bunch of pictures. Any contents that need to be removed or relocated, take photos of that, okay? So those are our photos for documentation. You can use different things. You can use Google Drive, okay? That's what we did for a long time. And then eventually, of course, there wasn't photo software out like there is now. And then we eventually used Company Cam, all right? And that's what I would tell you to use. It's the cheapest and most simple to use. There's another company in Circle, but you don't need that. They charge you by the claim, it's just not needed. Okay, if you do contents, use in Circle, but Company Cam is perfectly sufficient. So that's your photo documentation. Hopefully that's helpful. Evaluate it, document it, and then you got your sales stuff. So we can go into how do you sell the job a little bit later, but once you sign them, you need to basically get them to execute a work authorization, document 1. Once they sign that work authorization, then you want them to sign the credit card agreement, document 2. The language on processing the credit card is actually in document 1, but we're using document 2 to collect the credit card number, okay? Always make sure you get the work authorization signed first, then the credit card guarantee. If you guys don't have contracts, go to workwithshane.com. We have a 30-day test drive. We give you $5,000 worth of contracts for free just for taking the test drive. It gives you everything. Work auth, recon agreement, subcontractor agreement, everything I ran at my company, we give you all that stuff, okay? So dispatch, parking, introduction, evaluation, documentation, sales, signing the job, and then at the end you want to define the scope of work or the work plan, okay? How many drying chambers are you gonna use? What's the estimated duration? Identify any complexities for the job, and that's basically gonna be any environmental concerns, mold, asbestos, lead-based paint. Is there any site or situational concerns? Hoarding, mobile home, yes, mobile home's a concern. Any of that jazz, okay? Those things matter. And then we'd have a pre-mitigation checklist that we use. If it was an overhead loss, what was above you? Attic space? If it was, check the insulation, the floor decking, roof decking, ductwork. If it was living area above, you need to check the floor joist framing above your head, the flooring above. If it was an overhead loss, is there any lighting nearby? Did it travel down any other walls? Is there stuff wet on the other side? If it's a floor loss, walls, ductwork, etc. Ductwork's a really big one, okay? So hopefully this is helpful in terms of like the documentation that you need to go for. If you guys need more of this, then just reach out to me, okay? Go to workwithshane.com, we can talk more. But again, the key things that you need to do is to arrive on site, you need to park the right way, and you need to ask for permission to see the site. Do a thorough evaluation, all right? Take all your pictures. Be sure to take your pictures all up front before you try to get stuff signed, guys. There's so many cases that I went to go do my evaluation and not document it with photos, and I tried to get the customer signed. Do not do that. Be sure to take the pictures as you go. Again, I'm gonna tell you what I used to do wrong. I used to evaluate everything, get all my moisture readings, see that it's wet, and then try and sign the job. The problem with that was this. Once my team started doing that and they didn't sign the job, I wanted to see the pictures, and there weren't any pictures. Because once they say no, you're not gonna think about, well, let me take a bunch of pictures of a job that I ain't gonna get. Take the pictures as you go. That's critical. Take the pictures as you go. Because then, if and when you don't sign that job, we now can go look at the pictures and I can help you evaluate that job. Did you miss anything? Okay? Always make sure you take the pictures. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, I've got 3 things for you. Number 1, if you haven't yet, click on my face below and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Okay, we put out new content each and every week. Also, if you want me to help you grow your company, go to workwithshane.com. Workwithshane.com, put in your information, we get on a call and see how we can help you grow your company. Lastly, there'll be some other videos right here. If you want to watch more content about growing your restoration company, check out one of these videos. We'll see you guys on the next one.